Welcome again to Dhaka, Bangladesh. We're at the community-based adaptation conference, and I've got with me now Charles Chikapa from Malawi, and your job is?
My job basically is broadcasting, but right now I'm doing media consultancies.
Okay, so why is a journalist, you are a journalist, you're a media consultant, interested in climate change?
Well, climate change is one of the subjects that is least understood, especially in the media circles in Malawi. Having attended a few conferences, first in London in 2009 at the World Association of Science Journalists, I did discover that climate change is a real issue. Compared to what I saw, what our colleagues were doing in London and what we're doing back home, I saw that there's need for more activities to address issues of climate change. And then the Copenhagen summit also opened up my eyes to what really is happening in this area. So from then on, I've taken a keen interest in climate change issues and also trying to propel my colleagues in the trade to address issues related to climate change.
Okay, I haven't been to Malawi myself for many years, but I've been elsewhere in Africa, and there is a general feeling among people I talk to that this is a rather remote issue compared to development issues, water and poverty and everything else that people are struggling to improve their lives with. Is that a feeling in Malawi, that this is still a little peripheral?
Not really. The last two conferences have really highlighted the issue of climate change. The issues have really come to the fore. And of course, one of the issues that is now dominating is that the media itself hasn't done much to sensitize the public or to engage the public on issues of climate change. But now there's a growing realization that climate change is real and everybody understands the challenges posed by this phenomenon.
And there is quite a lot about it in the media in Malawi?
Precisely, there's quite a lot of climate change coverage in the media, but of course there's still a little bit more that we need to do, because the coverage is not in-depth, analysis is not that very good. Basically, sometimes you get conferences, coverage, opening, closing, but to go down into the real issues on climate change, I don't think we are doing enough.
Do you think the government takes it seriously? Does it encourage discussion, for instance, of the issues?
Yeah, the government is doing its part, and the government is really encouraging the media to cover issues of climate change. In fact, it has gone a step further, because I know that during the Copenhagen summit, it really fought hard for some media practitioners to attend the conference. The same happened in Mexico. Right now, the government is encouraging the media to make preparations for the coverage of the summit in Durban, South Africa.
Okay, there's a man waving to us. We have to stop because they're going to use this room. These conferences, we're grace and favour in the room. So one last question, except that I've forgotten what I was going to say. One last question about language. Several people here have said that there have been no local language equivalent of terms such as adaptation or climate change. That doesn't necessarily matter, because even in the West that people don't understand the difference between climate and weather and so on. But is that an issue in Malawi?
Yes, indeed, it's an issue, and those are some of the initiatives that we are trying to address. 2 weeks ago, I've been attending a meeting organized by the Climate Change Coalition, a coalition of NGOs, and one of the issues that came out was that we should come up with a media booklet in the local language that addresses terminologies related to climate change. So that would be one step forward in addressing issues of climate change. Secondly, like what I said in my presentation, we have embarked on a new initiative, community radio initiative, involving local communities in radio. So we think that by involving them, they'll be able to get an understanding of some of the technologies or the terminologies related to climate change.
Okay, thank you very much, Charles Chikapa.
It's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks very much.
It's very nice of you. I'm sorry we're being hustled off, but you're in the media. You know what it's like sometimes. You get cut off in your prime. But thanks very much. And if you want more, I guess you can Google Malawi or your name and try and find out some more. So thanks a lot for coming.